Caffeine can now connect to tools like Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Codex, the lot. So let me show you how you do that using Claude. So what we're talking about here is an MCP server, and we need to connect that to Claude somehow. We're going to do it using a connectors tool. So we're going to head over to settings and find our connectors, and just add a custom connector. We're going to grab the link we need from the documentation, which I'll link below as well. But it's here, it's mcp.caffeine.ai/MCP. Paste that into the remote MCP URL server. We're just going to call it Caffeine. And we don't need to worry about the advanced settings here. I'm going to add that. Okay, we see Caffeine here as a custom connector, but now we need to connect it to Caffeine itself. So press connect. That's going to give us an authorization code that we need to use. Take that and open authorization in new tab. So I can just do that here. I'm going to paste the authorization code here. So it authorizes the device, and now Claude and Caffeine are connected and they can talk to one another. Just before we move on to what we can do with it, there's a whole list here for you to look through and see what can be done with Caffeine via the MCP server. If you want to learn more about that, head over to the documentation here on the help desk called Setting Up the Caffeine MCP Server. Just scroll down and there's a whole list of tools down here with descriptions around what each one does. Here we go. Here's the full list itself. You can have a look through and see what can be done. I won't go into each one individually because I just want to showcase what we can do with Caffeine. So I'm going to go back to our chat and just put in a simple prompt. Can you show me the status of my Caffeine project called Meet Easy? Whilst we wait, we can see it's loading up all the information. It's pulling all that information through and it's telling me what version we're on, the latest draft. All this information is coming straight from Caffeine into Claude. But what I want to do here is to be able to push a prompt from within Claude into Caffeine. So I'm going to show you that here. I'm going to ask Claude to recommend some changes on how to make the landing page more productized. And in order to do that, it has to pull the transcript, our conversation from Caffeine. So information is coming from Caffeine into Claude to help inform and add context. And so based on the context it's grabbed from Caffeine, from my project, it's now starting to give me recommendations that I can implement. And what I'm going to get it to do is to push a prompt into Caffeine and start doing that build. Claude has given me some pretty good direction for what I should do next and focus on, and maybe how it can help me with that prompt. So hero section, some more pricing clarity, a good call to action. So let me get it to write that prompt for us. Yes, can you draft a fully revised page structure and send it as a brief to Caffeine to start building? So here's what it's going to send to Caffeine via the MCP server, and I'll show you that prompt on the other side in Caffeine. Here's what's been sent from Claude to Caffeine. The build's already underway. It says, please rebuild the Meet Easy landing page using the following brief. This covers off the items we had prepped in Claude beforehand. And then this message here, the prompt, has been pushed directly from Claude into Caffeine itself. Nice and easy. I don't have to touch a thing. I'm just orchestrating the two, and Caffeine is doing its job of getting on with building the site that I want. Just whilst I wait for the build to finish on the Caffeine side, I've just asked Claude, what can it do with the Caffeine MCP? It's given me a nice long list of things, project management, so listing all your Caffeine projects. That's great. Create new projects, delete projects, check on the status. Building and iterating, super useful. Send prompts. One of the things I love is that it can pull the transcript from your chat in Caffeine and understand more about what it is you've already been building, or that ongoing nature of what you've been building. All right, the build's complete over on the Caffeine side. So I've just asked Claude just to grab me the draft link as well, because there's no point going back and forth. I want to stay in one tool. So I'm going to click the link and go check out what it's built for me. So big changes here. It's given me a different headline, everything. Made all those changes all directly from Claude into Caffeine and back again. So I have everything I need here, and I can start making those tweaks. I encourage you to go try out the Caffeine MCP for yourself with whatever tool you want. As I mentioned, you can use it with Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Codex, Cursor, etc. So go give it a whirl.